Hannah talked about the vision board, and I was thinking about the part for executing, where you get your hands dirty, where the rubber meets the road. You know, the thing is in my vision board, but now it has to be worked out. So, Hannah, how do we express and experience or look for gratitude in that process? Because it's a dirty process before I can build my mansion in Kitsuru, you know?
Yeah, 100%. And even when I was ending my talk, I think I talked about the small steps, right? Not despising the small steps and the small beginnings, because every step builds up to something, right? And so if you become grateful with a little, because there's a Chinese proverb that says that there is not one man who wakes up every day, 365 days a year, to look for bread for his family, that goes 365 days without bread, right? And so that means even if you don't get the bread every single day, you do get bread on some days. And if you can cultivate the culture of saying thank you for the bread you got today, guess what it does? It gives you motivation and confidence that tomorrow also you might find bread. Now out here I have planners, right? And usually I recommend when you get to the execution part, have a plan, have a strategy so that you can get to work. So that now your vision is not just only on paper. You see, you moved it from your head, your dream, to paper. Now it's not only on paper and a board, it's actually on an action board and you're actually doing something about it. Now in that planner, there's a page that I left, probably 4 pages, that are called a brag page. It's a brag page, where you're actually bragging, not to anybody, but to yourself for the things that you have achieved. Now, I don't want to give my whole story, but when I was starting to do my vision boards, I was a size 18, body size, right? And when I'm looking at the vision I had and the wedding I wanted, the girl on that vision board was a size 8. She was not a size 18, right? And that's the vision I had. That's what I wanted. Now, for you to move from a size 18 to a size 8, do you see the amount of work? Do you see the amount of inches you must lose? So for me, I had to appreciate, because that's what, sometimes you go to the weighing scale and you haven't moved an inch. And what happens? You get discouraged and you don't want to go to the gym again tomorrow. So you have your action board and you know you must go to the gym, you must exercise, you must cut down on your sugar. Actually, that was the first thing I did. I had to cut down on my sugar completely. I've not had sugar in my tea for probably 20 years now, right? And so just appreciating and being grateful for, oh, I lost an inch. Oh, these pants were not fitting me, now they are. Oh my goodness, I was having 2 spoons of sugar in my tea, now I'm just having 1. Thank you, brag page. Now, as you celebrate yourself and be grateful for the little things that are happening, little by little, that is what compounds. The finance people will tell you about compounding interest. It's the little by little that ends up becoming such a big thing. So yes, celebrating yourself and saying thank you for the little things that are happening every single day and with every move that you make. Yeah.
Thank you, Anna. I want to ask Bella, what is the one thing that you feel when people are grateful for, they sort of get balance in terms of their mental wellness and emotional wellness as well?
I really can't speak for anyone per se, but I know that when a client comes, most of the time they come under duress and very agitated. And so when they even just get the ability to stay composed, and it's very interesting that one of the biggest signs of even anxiety is someone's inability to stay composed, the irritation. You know, the people, as I said earlier, very irritable, and they can't explain, even they themselves, and sometimes they just don't know what it is. So you get a lot of times when people come the first time, they are really struggling with just being relaxed, just being composed. And they sort of want to live life in a hurry. And as I said, there's also the pressure of life. We want to be busy, we want to be in a hurry. And that gives us a lot of agitation. So one of the things that people, that, after you see someone for some time, they start saying, I feel calm, I feel relaxed. It is so important because that calmness, that being relaxed, even enables you to sleep. It relates to so many things in your life. Your digestion becomes better, your sleep pattern becomes better, your ability to reason and make decisions becomes better. Sometimes even accidents are caused by that irritation. You drive and I am so angry and I drive into you, or I speed off, and there's a lot of irritation in our lives, a lot of anxiety. And also something that's very important, people must understand, people are being told to get off electrical things because the brain cannot handle too much of it. And people are on, unaingia kwa kitanda, you have this phone of yours here, as if your line is an emergency number. You're just building your agitation. So we must learn to slow down. And the more you slow down, the more you breathe in. Actually, people feel like it's wrong to slow down. But I can tell you, when you slow down, you make better decisions. You do, and try it. Try just slowing down on Saturday. You will see that whole day, your actions will be more, what is the English word? I'm not very good at it. Will be more, it's like you're very thoughtful. You will not just go through motions. You're very thoughtful about what you're doing. You'll even be have you realized that sometimes you can put sugar in your cup of tea and you don't know how many. If somebody asks you how many sugars did you put, you don't know because you were on phone or someone was calling you or you were doing something else. So that's slowing down, like on Saturday, just sit down, take your tea, be very purposeful, take something, have your time that you, even in the evenings. Another good one I was telling somebody who asked me is reflection. In the evening, have even 5 minutes where you reflect on your day. How was my day? What did I do well? What did I not do well? Did I achieve? What I had purpose, as Hannah is insisting, not what other people had purpose. What I had purpose, did I achieve? And again, even sometimes, what is the purpose of what I purpose? What is the purpose?
Wow.
Yes. Okay. What is the purpose of what I purpose? Really? Because sometimes we just, I want to do this, I want to do this. But what is the purpose? Is it serving you? Is it serving those around you? Very, very important. Reflection.
Thank you for that. Dr. Anjuro, welcome. We're so grateful you're here. It's a point of gratitude for us. Dr. Anjuro is an expert in her field, and I know she has a thing or two to say about gratitude in the process of good health.
Thank you so much. So I think for me, gratitude is important. I'm a fertility specialist, so I deal a lot with patients who are struggling to conceive. We do IVF, and I have seen, to be honest, what she's saying is so true. Actually, both what Hannah and her are saying are so true. If you slow down, if you decide and are thankful for every step. For anybody who has struggled to conceive, you do know that it is not easy. It's a journey of 1,000 steps. But I have seen that the patients who are able to internalize and see therapists sometimes and just reflect on the steps that they take do much, much better and actually achieve more success in terms of getting pregnant than patients who are anxious and stressed. And unfortunately, this process sometimes, or most of the time, is out of our control. We can do everything, but if we don't allow ourselves to just rest on, I don't know if we're talking about God here, but I'm a believer, is rest on his goodness. And then it comes through, to be honest. So gratitude even to the Maker, gratitude for every step that we're doing in our lives. I think even in our wellness as women, because I want to move to the wellness part, is important. And what Hannah was saying, I reflected, and I'm just thinking about what she's saying from 18 to 8. It's the small steps. It's the small steps that take you into your wellness. The eating, which I'll talk about later in terms of a woman's wellness, it's all of that. The anxiety that she's talking about, taking a breath, it's all of that.
I want to hand this over to Chow. When it comes to spiritual well-being, especially as a modern woman, what do you think is a place of gratitude? And have you seen it practically work out? Because, a lot of us were trying to manifest big things, but
as Hanny said, There are people who are okay with where they are, and that's fine. They can stay in their tent. But for those who want to achieve more, first and foremost, you need to be grateful for where you've come. As they've all spoken, I believe even where you are, it was once a prayer meeting, where you are right now. So I believe we want more. We all yearn to grow. Even me, I'm not where I want to be. I want more. I want next year to be, there's a place I want to be next year, or maybe 2 years, depending on God's time. So for me right now, it's just to be grateful for where I am right now and work towards my goals, towards reaching whatever it is that I want to achieve. Okay? Whether it's personally or whether it's as a family. Yes. So as a modern woman, what I can just urge you, the pressure to be somebody else, that is what kills us. That is the killer of our growth, that is the killer of our success. So can you be happy where you are and don't stop working towards your goals? Don't stop praying, because I believe prayer works. I believe in the power of prayer. I myself am a testament of that. That you can be wherever you want to be for as long as you put God first. I'm not where I was 10 years, and believe me, 10 years later I want to be here. I am sure of that, because I know the God that I serve. So be happy where you are, take the steps, grow, learn, and most importantly, put God first. And believe me, everything will fall into place.
Okay, guys, I do know everything here has been said correctly, but I personally tend to have a challenge with gratitude. Like, it's not easy to be grateful, you know. It's I don't think it's our second nature. It's not like innate of us. So how do you plant those seeds of gratitude within yourself, you know? So is this a question to any of the panelists right now? Like, because it's so hard, you know, sometimes you're like, why should I? You know, there's nothing to be happy about. And especially when you're having those big moments that are not very comfortable, you just feel like, what is there to be grateful for, you know? And I don't think I'm the only one. Gosh, guys, use your hands away so I don't feel like I'm the only one. I'm the only one who struggles. Yeah, so how do we plant those seeds and make sure they sprout and grow into a whole forest, so that then even when the weeds are, because they will come, the bad moments will come, then how do I overcome that? But before any of you marinate on that question, I'm going to ask the owner. First of all, there's an owner of a car here. KCZ 526F. You're required to park your car just a little in a place that's a bit different from where you are. If you're here, your car is KCZ 526F. Yeah, you're required by security. Yeah. So any of you, do you want to go? Yeah, Gala?
I can try. I'll take it from the psychological aspect. As we are growing up, most of us, the African culture, we say, you know, I am Kikuyu, so let me take it from Kikuyu. I give people a very simple example. When we go to someone's function in Kikuyu and we are asked, how was the food? We don't say it was good. We say it was not bad. It was not bad is not good. So, yes, we are asked, how was the bride? We say, she was not bad. She was not bad is not good. So what am I saying? That as we grew up, we did not have positive connotations in our language. So what the mind does, we don't see things positively. We usually start with the negative. We see the bad. And anytime, even when you enter this hall, first thing is you think, wangeweka pink pale. You know, your brain, because we are so conditioned to think negative. So even our language becomes very negative. So gratitude is about the language. Because for me to say thank you, for me to say, Wanjiru, you're looking good in red, it is about the language. So if I don't have the language to say good, if I don't have the language to say you've done well, if I don't have the language, we always tell children, you could have done better. The child got a B, you want them to get an A. You know, there's no first starting with, you have done well. And then now go to there, you can do better. Because this is our language. That is how we were brought up. So gratitude becomes very difficult for us. And even think about when we are praying. And I think now it's a bit better. When I was growing up, people would say in prayer that, I am nothing. Lord, I am nothing. You know, when you say your Lord, I am nothing, you're really taking yourself so low. And God does not see you as nothing. You know, you are something. So it is to start with, I'm grateful, I am thankful. But our language, we were taught to start with the negative. We have grown with negative. When we look at anything, we first see the negative. We have to be very purposeful. And so we must change our language and our attitude and our mindset to see positivity. But when I look at somebody, ati aqua simu dark, simu light. You know, we have very strange language we say. How we identify things, how we speak about things. Ati simu nene, simu dogo. You know, we don't have, so the language, because language is what brings out something. So gratitude also must be in our language, in our everyday things. In everything that we say, when I look at my neighbor here, I should be able to say, you're so beautiful, you look well, you look healthy, Hannah, you have a very good skin, you know, you're very beautiful, you know, you're glowing, Violet. Are we able to say that to each other? Or do we just look and say, ako kamaua, get changed? That's the first thing, surely. Why do we do that? Then we do it all the time, and it's so quick, it's so fast. So gratitude then doesn't become our day-to-day thing. And that is the thing we must really learn, that the language, the voice, and the Bible talks about the voice, the words that we remove from our mouth, the voice. And I tell people, voice is so important. I tell people, you know, Okia Omtata, I like him. He's the one who makes us, when we have been given as a 1,000-page constitution, we cannot even read, even us when you are mesoma. But then Okia Omtata wakes up one day and he says, paragraph 10, sijui verse what says mutakuwa mkilipa deni ya Adani. Quickly we all go to paragraph 10 and we read. You know, the voice. So your voice is so important. How you perceive things, how you say things, it brings out gratitude. You cannot bring out gratitude if you're negative, if your words are negative, if all you say is negativity. So we must learn that the words we say are what brings out gratitude. And so that's why we struggle with gratitude, because we came from a place where everything was very negative. Our parents voiced negativity. They were very big. Very few people had parents who voiced positivity. You came with an A, I was a bright student, I came number 2, my parents said you should have come number 1. You know, you came, even the one so you felt like you were also number last, because you cannot come number 2, and the parent is saying you should have been number 1. Now me, I ask myself, and Nauli alikuwa 40, surely we were 40 in our class. So you see the negativity, we grew up with it, tukaizoea, and that is why we struggle with gratitude. Yeah, it's one of the reasons. Of course, there are many others.
Yeah. And I think, even just to add to that, I would like us to consider, can we just consider that there is a gift in every story? But then there is work to do for you to actually peel the onion, and find that gift. That means that there is purpose in pain as well. Yeah? So it might not look that there is purpose, but there is purpose in your pain. Like if you think about your story and the things that probably have not gone well, can you find the gift in it and the purpose in it? So that now you say it's not all bad. There's actually something to say thank you for. Now, there's an analogy that's usually given about 2 German Shepherd dogs, right? And the question is always asked, these 2 dogs, you bring them home. All of them are probably 2 months old. They're black, they're German Shepherds, okay? And that's their breed. And they grow really, really big, if you know about German Shepherds. And then the question is, which one, if you put them to fight at the end of the year, which one will win? And the answer usually is a German Shepherd that you feed. Because the German Shepherd that you do not feed does not grow to become a fighter, right? So, same with the thoughts in our minds and what we focus on. What you focus on is what actually grows and becomes the reality that you experience. So if you're going to focus on the negative, it's not working. It doesn't work. They don't like me. This is who I am. I am cursed. Especially nowadays. Now that's a big one. You know, somebody cast a spell on me. If you focus on that, trust me, you will live your life believing that. And that is what will grow, and that is what will manifest. If you came today thinking, you know what, my friend has dragged me to this thing, I really didn't want to go, I actually feel like I have a headache. If you said that to yourself more than once, when you got over here, you'll be looking for Advil and Panadol. because you actually have a headache. Because that has been your focus, that's what you fed your mind, and it has grown and it's actually become a headache that now you're actually experiencing the headache. So again, if you can focus on the positive, what could become, then you will find those little moments to say, thank you.
I think these guys have just said my sermon. So, Violet, what you've said is true.
Yeah.
Even us guys, we're not experts. There are days we feel like, God, now, what is so good about this game? But now, me as a Christian, I can't even see it because what I'm telling you is different. So, what I've learned, what I'm still learning every day, Violet, is the moments when we all have those low moments. So I go back to the word. What is God telling me about that? Today, the Bible says, count it all joy. So sometimes when you actually take a seat back, they decide, you relax. And actually now, move away from your problem and just think the fact that you've come. Most of the times, you will end up counting your blessings. And in fact, now they'll be like, what is this stressful about? So I think it's just having a positive mindset, renewing your mind and reminding yourself what is God's saying about this. And just putting that into practice every day. And when that negative thought nakuja, you call it again the word of God. That's how we live. Yeah.
I just wanted to add in terms of why we don't have a grateful heart most of the times. For me, I believe we tend not to look into the little things that we can be grateful for. We want to think about grand things. And that's where we feel, okay, now I can be grateful. I got this big job. But we don't appreciate the process and the small steps that took us to get to that eventuality. So when we realize and understand that it's a process and it's a journey to get to positivity and to something great, then we'll be able to appreciate and be grateful for the small steps that got us to the eventual place that we wanted. And I think many of us don't look at that process and we're not able to be grateful for the small milestones that we are getting, but we are looking and hoping and wanting to see that great thing and then say, okay, now I can be grateful. In our church, I think we've been having sessions where the pastor is asking, do you have anyone who has a testimony?
Yes.
And in our church, it becomes very hard for people to testify because people are thinking, I want to have a testimony like the one Esther had. She was in an accident, something big happened, and then God saved me and got me out of it. But then we forget even waking up and coming to church, waking up, seeing the children are okay and they're not sick. That is a testimony for who God has been in your life. And I think for me that makes it hard for us to be grateful because we are looking for that big thing and forgetting that these small steps.
Hi everyone. Hi. Sorry, I know we feel like we are left out, but I just wanted to add to what the feminists have said from the Muslim perspective. And whatever you are feeling is what every woman, whether she is Muslim, Hindu, or whichever race, is going through. I'll give you an example. In my religion, yes, we are raised to be Muslim, and every Somali person is not a Muslim. Just the way every person was born in a Christian setup to a Christian. So it's there, it's normal, it's okay. But the only thing that we are missing here is there's envy. Women, we have that thing called envy. We show the world we are happy. But when we come to our family, our homes, she's the top and she's doing well. She's very creative, alhamdulillah. And she's the person that I go to when I want to do everything. So she doesn't see all those. When I say sister, I mean like sister in brackets, like in my Muslim community. Okay, and sister. So she's struggling with one state, fertility. She doesn't see what God has given her. So we're always blind to see what is in front of us. Why is that? Because when your faith is weak, everything else disappears. So that's why you are told the foundation of a family is a mother. A mother, it's a must. I think maybe in Christianity also have that. You must have a religion, what do you call family, a foundation. Like a mother should at least know something, not the. I think as women, we are the people who give each other those negative energies. Please, this is what I've been doing in 2024. If your friend circles don't talk about positive things, please just try to close that. That's over. Negative energy should not be in your life. Negative energy should not. We all have a lot of dreams, and I don't want to be. That's why I'm here today. I know. And we Somalis, we don't do networking, but I've been stopping myself to network, not because I can't, it's because I was not ready to network. But now I am ready. So what?
Hello everyone. Yeah, I agree with all the speakers I've mentioned and my friend here. I just wanted to bring another angle to this. I think the other challenge is the focus on material things. The things that are really matter are the things that are intangible, the things like love, peace, joy. These are the things that really bring, satisfaction to human beings. So if we focus on these other aspects of the things we can actually thank God for. Maybe you are married, you are complaining about your husband, but there's another person who is eagerly looking forward to having a husband like yours. Or you are single, you are single and you are desperate about your situation and you don't know this other one who is married is also praying when God will even take this life so that they can be the life of yours. Yeah. So we are all in different phases in our lives, but if we could only focus on the intangibles, then that will give us a lot of joy in our hearts. And the other thing I'd like to mention is service. We are people who take and take and take and take and don't want to give. But if you think of how can I give in my small space, in whatever I'm doing, whether it's business, whether it's service, whatever you are doing, how can I give to the other person? There's a lot of joy in that. You don't even need to thank God. You just feel like you are grateful. Yeah, you don't need to be consciously thanking God. You just feel you are happy and you are satisfied. Yeah, so let us think service. Let us think of how we can do charity. Charity, not for other people to pay us back, but real charity where we don't really expect to be paid for it. Thank you.
That is wonderful. It's like the whole room is a panel. Yeah. We're all learning from each other.
Thank you so much. I am grateful. Thank you so much, Nims. Thank you so much, Edna. Thank you so much, the panelists, the speakers. I want you to talk to them. Talk to Bella. If you feel there's something there that you need from her, please talk to Dr. Wanjiro, okay? For those who need, women wellness services. Talk to Hannah. Let us do, she actually holds vision boarding sessions. So yeah, we're going to prepare, okay? The rubber has to hit the road in a wonderful way. Talk to Chow. She's a counselor as well, So I want to keep it short and sweet so that you guys can actually reach out to them and speak to her. Oh, one more.
Just a question. Are they able to share if they have websites or
yes.
numbers so we can reach them?
Yes, we can do a round of, yeah. That's what I was saying, talk to them. So I want to go around so they can share their contacts. And you people, please write it down so to reach out to them after this. I'll start with you, Chow. How can people reach you?
Okay, my phone number 0722 35 4479. Yes, looking forward to interacting with you and helping you become the person that God wants you to be.
So my name is Hannah Kiduke. I am a personal branding coach, and you'll find me on social media, Hannah Kiduke. Go to social media, LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever. Reach out to me, DM me. I will reply. I will give you my personal number, and we can take it from there.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
I am the Chief Gynecologist at Footsteps to Fertility Center, which is an IVF and fertility center, but we also see general other patients, like women patients, because I am an obstetrician consultant and gynecologist. We're at Upper Hill. We have a website that is just Footsteps to Fertility. We have a Facebook page, Instagram page, all those, and our office number is 0700-041-955. But we'll always be happy to take you in, especially if you're struggling with conception. I know it's a big deal, it's been spoken about. I just want to say nothing is lost, but God gives the babies, and if He does, it's in His time. We do help in terms of helping you conceive, but really it's from Him.
Bella, before you go, sorry, I forgot to say. So I work under a company called Inside Out Development. That's a company that does business consultancies and trainings and coaching. And of course, we're on social media, but also I have my helpers out there. If you need more contacts and the website and everything, they'll be able to give it to you. Our office is at the UN Avenue. Thank you. Sorry.
My number is 0722 986 483. 0722 986 483.